Okay, so you have shown me that we can graph an inequality. What we need to be able to do today, and really throughout this next like week and a half, we're gonna take what we learned about in chapter 1, how to solve equations. We are on page 35. We're going to take what we know about solving equations and adapt it to solving inequalities. DJ and Jacob, what's the deal? Wow. Okay. Okay. So we're going to come down here. If we have an inequality and we add 4 to both sides, does the inequality remain true? Yes. What about this one? Okay. So it is acceptable if we have an inequality, we can add the same number to both sides of the inequality and our inequality remains true. Okay. So that's basically what all of these say right here. All right. We can add the same number to both sides of our inequality and we're still good. Okay. How does that help us? What if we had an inequality like this? X minus 7 is greater than 10. Write it down. Not that fun. Okay. Pencil. I have one back in that purple cup. I'm just gonna have to hope. Okay. So just like we did with equations, I want X to be by itself. So how do I undo that minus 7? We're gonna add 7 to both sides and we end up with X is greater than 17. Wow. So on a number line, Kyron, would we shade to the right or to the left? Shade to the right. I'm just making sure you're okay. You look like you're working pretty hard. Not look at anybody. I hate to confuse any of you. They're freaking out when I look at them. Write this one down. 4 is less than or equal to X minus 3. Just hold on, just hold on. Now, I am asking for an answer that is still an inequality. I don't want an answer like 5. Okay. How do I get X by itself? Okay, to undo that minus 3, we're going to add 3 to both sides. So we have 7 is less than or equal to X. I really like when the X is on the left. I'm not going to count this wrong, but it is easier for me to grade. be you to graph if you rewrite this to be x is greater than or equal to 7. I'm not saying you have to, but it might help you a little bit. Okay. Open or close circle. Right or left?
Right.
Why? Why are we talking across the room? You can have this conversation during passing period.
2 minutes and you have to.
How long did that conversation take? It took like 10 seconds. So turn the page. Page 36. Okay. Here I have an inequality that says -3 is less than or equal to 1. If I subtract 5 from both sides, is that inequality still true?
Yes.
Okay. Here I have 7 is greater than -20. If I subtract 7 from both sides, is that inequality still true? Give her pass. Okay. So what this is saying right here is that if we subtract the same number to both sides of an inequality, it is still going to be a true inequality. Oh, thank you. Okay. So let's write this down. K plus 3 is less than or equal to 4. On page 36. If I want K by itself, Ellery, what are we going to do to both sides? We can subtract 3 to both sides, and we get K is less than or equal to 1. Harry, open or close circle.
Close. Yes, sir.
Brooks, left or right? You sure? Your numbers or your directions? Yes. Okay. Another example right here, -3 is less than h plus 2. You even read that?
Yeah.
Okay. Noah, what do we need to do to both sides? Why are you being so judgy?
It's a question. It's just a question.
Open or close circle at -5.
Open.
Left or right? Oh, good. I didn't trick you. I didn't rewrite it. H is greater than -5 would be like the multiple choice answer we would be looking for. Okay. Okay, this is what I'm gonna have you do. I am gonna have you do number 1, and 2, and then stop. For now. Oh my God. Obviously. No, just fill in the one number you need. Are things on the outside world? Connor? Are things outside the classroom? Connor? Yes. No. Just asking me how anything crazy. Not really. No touching each other. No touching each other. All right, so it sounds like we got things under control. It's so funny back there. They're talking too much. This is like the ninja sequence on the table. Allison, what do we need to do to both sides to number 1? So x is less than. So at -1, we have an open circle and we're going to the left, okay. All right. Ethan, what about number 2? What do we need to do to both sides? Add 3. So we have 0 is greater than h, or you can write h is less than 0. Oh, that's kind of boring. All right, on the next page, we're gonna look at number 4. Ooh, it just got a little bit interesting. That's my word. Take a look. Okay, so Brooke, what do we need to do first? No. No.
Oh, wait. Oh.
Sorry.
From 9.
I think
9 from 6.
yes. So we have like terms we need to combine. Okay. So before we can balance out our inequality, we need to take 6 minus 9, which is?
-3.
So we really have -3 plus u is less than -2. That's questionable. Okay. So now, let's see what do we need to do to both sides. What did you say? How about we just add 3? Okay. Because a -3 plus 3, those are going to cancel out to 0. Yeah. So what do we get? U is less than 1. Why am I looking at you like this? Write it out. Because I told Zane to add -3. That's not the answer. Was that a genuine suggestion? No. I am not gonna hear any more comments like that ever again. Somebody makes a mistake,
I'll come fix it.
and if I thought that you never made a mistake, I think this would be different. We're all human, we all make mistakes. This should be a safe place to make a mistake. Number 6. Kyron, what do we need to do first?
Use 7P and 8P, so it's 15 plus 1P.
15 plus 1P, do you agree? 1P, P, tomato, tomato. Oh, what can we do on the right side? Okay, what's 15 minus 2?
13.
So we can combine like terms on both sides. Now, if we subtract 15 from both sides, we're getting P is greater than -2. All right. We're going to read through number 7. This is an old problem. You have $15 to spend on groceries.
That's a lot of I have $13
He's making bank.
You have $12.25 worth of groceries already in your cart. Write an inequality that represents how much more money M you can spend on groceries. So first of all, are we going to have, what kind of inequality sign are we going to use? Tyron?
Less than.
Okay, so let's compare it to 15. 15 is how much money we have, right? Do we want to spend more than 15 or less than 15? Probably don't want to spend more money than we have. And that's what you meant.
Yeah.
Okay. What goes on the other side? M. Someone besides Kyron or Henry? Hi. M plus 12.25. We have a certain amount of money we can still spend plus what's already in our cart. We can spend less than $2.75. A prawn.
A Pokemon card.
You cannot get a gallon of milk for $2.75 right now.
You can't even get how much.
I guess.
You guys, groceries are expensive and it stinks. Thank you. Thank your family for buying groceries. What's up? What's wrong? Okay, so on the board. Oh no. Turn to the next page. So you'll notice that you have homework from 2 different pages. Okay, so we're also going to work on this here. If we have an inequality and we multiply by the same number, guess what? Our inequality stays the same. Oh, what page are we on? 40. Okay.
40.
Okay. Also, we can divide by the same number to both sides and be cool, as long as it's positive. We're going to talk about when it's not positive tomorrow. So write down this example right here. If we have 5x is greater than or equal to 30. What can we do to both sides? So x is greater than or equal to 6. Okay, this example right here, write it down. We can also multiply a number to both sides, as long as it's positive, be okay. So if I have 2/3 multiplied by x, how do we undo it? So that's called the reciprocal. We times it by the reciprocal. So x is less than or equal to 6. Something. Okay, so you'll notice that your assignment is coming from 2 different pages. Okay, the first set of problems, you're going to practice the adding and subtracting. The second set of problems, you're going to practice the multiplying and dividing. Okay, so go ahead and get out wherever you work on your homework. You can start at least with the page, it's up there.
65.
5 through
725. 7 through 25.
Well, here's 7 through 23, and you can just make that be okay.